I'm like out of breath from running upstairs. I can't win. I can't start this. Okay. So I thought I would do a 20-week update video. And I thought about starting sooner, but I don't know. It was kind of hectic in the beginning. But I found out that I was pregnant this time on January 20th of 2017. And I didn't believe it at first because after the ectopic pregnancy, it was the first time Jordan and I could really start trying again. And I didn't really expect it to happen right away. And it did. This same week we got a puppy. So that was a very memorable moment. A new puppy who didn't like to be left downstairs by himself, howling in the background. So, Link, you were born to the sound, or not born, you were conceived to the sound of our dog howling. How wonderful. Like I said earlier, I didn't really believe it when I was pregnant. So I literally took like 100 different tests. So I'll have to I literally could put screenshots all around here to show how many I took. And I actually took, I think 2 digital ones as well. And they came up negative. So then I was really confused because I was swearing that I saw lines. But then the digital one was saying negative. And then I read online that with a digital one you need a lot higher HCG levels. So if you're trying to find out early before your missed period, don't get a digital one. Just get one with lines. It's much easier that way. Even before I took the test and stuff, I still kind of knew just because I was tired. And I don't know. We had been here now in England for 3 months. So it was just kind of weird that out of nowhere all I wanted to do was sleep. And I didn't really want to eat anything because everything was making me kind of nauseous. And then, I don't know, it was just a really stressful time when we found out. I sobbed to Jordan. When because I had little cheap ones off Amazon, pregnancy tests. And so I sent him to the store to get the first response. Yeah, first response, with just the lines. And when we had that one, and you could clearly see the line, I was excited. And then he was playing video games in the living room, and I'm in the kitchen looking at this test, because I kept it for ever. I started sobbing in the kitchen because I wanted it to be real. I didn't want it to be another ectopic pregnancy, so I don't know, he came out and he hugged me and told me it was going to be okay this time because the doctor said that this tube looked clear. My other tube looked like it would never have been able to produce, successfully have an egg. But, so I don't know, it was just a really hard time. And it got to the point where he had to take me to the hospital because the one day he came in from work and I was a nightmare, sobbing. I was telling him, I was I can feel pain over here and it's just like last time. I know it's ectopic. So then we went to the hospital and they took my blood levels to check for HCG and then told me to come back in 48 hours because it was too soon, even with an ultrasound, for them to even be able to see that I was pregnant, to be able to say I wasn't pregnant. But they did look at where well, they didn't really care about the one side because there's no tube over there. But they did look at my other side. And they said they didn't see any inflammation, but I did find out really early. I think I was only 3 weeks. 3 weeks. I was almost 4 weeks, but it was definitely before my missed period. So, I don't know, but at least the hospital didn't make me feel as crazy. And it was nice to go back in then, because I think that was a Friday night. So then on Sunday, we went back to the hospital to get more blood work done. And that's when they told me that my levels doubled. It was still, my levels weren't high enough that it would show up on an ultrasound yet. So we couldn't do that. It was really hectic. And it was scary. And I just feel now, after the ectopic pregnancy, I don't think I'm ever going to have a joyful moment of finding out I'm pregnant. We wanted Lincoln so bad. Like, I was devastated after the ectopic pregnancy, and it was like, you have a couple seconds where it's like disbelief when you're looking at the pregnancy test, and like maybe you'll get a little excited, but most of it is like worrisome until you see that that baby is in the right spot. I mean, there were times that I would like call my mom on like Facebook, and I would just be sobbing. I like would tell her, I'd be like, I know that this baby's in the wrong spot, there is no baby. And like, geez, that had to be hard for her, especially being so far away. So like, but I just was so like almost devastated. Like, I was excited, don't get me wrong, but I was so like upset that they couldn't confirm it right away. And it's like, it wasn't the doctor's fault that they couldn't confirm it, it was just too soon. That was definitely a hard time. It was literally on, so I found out I was pregnant January 20th, and then on February 3rd we went for our first appointment, and let me tell you, they set me up with the best doctor ever because she was amazing. And that's when she found, I'll probably insert the pictures too, but this is what we got. And I mean, I sobbed. Like, I want to cry now just thinking about this. But, I mean, and you could see like a little tiny yolk sac. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it on here. So, but, I don't know. It was just, she was like so upbeat about it, which made me feel so upbeat about it. And I don't know, this was like the first confirmation. I think it was like 4 or 5 in the morning for my mom, and I like FaceTimed her the pictures. This was definitely a good day for all of us, and I want to cry just thinking about it. But, so that was our first appointment. And then I think it was only a couple weeks later. Oh no, it was a little over a month. So then March 13th we went back. Because now, like, you know, I'm not as psycho crazy because we know that it's in my uterus. So this time we actually have a recording of him moving, even though we didn't know it was a boy at the time. And then we have, I think, a video of his heartbeat too, so I'll have to insert them.
By me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
I won't show you all these because there's a lot. But I don't know. I'll show you like this one. I joked that he's like drinking juice. I don't know. All the lights like reflecting. There we go. See? Like juice bottle. But I don't know. This was just amazing because you could like see the heartbeat and you could see him moving. And I'm pretty sure I cried during this ultrasound too because, you know, this one you're still, the first one you're kind of like waiting for things to develop still. And I really don't think many people get like this early. I think because they call it a viability scan once they like learned my history and everything. So we kind of jump ahead to 17 weeks. Because I think I was only, let's see if it says. No, it doesn't say how far I was on that one. But yeah, so now we jumped to 17 weeks, and it wasn't like a scheduled doctor's appointment. We went to Baby Bond. Yeah, it was called Baby Bond. And that, we got the ultrasound done for them to find out what we were having. And this, they just like bombard you with pictures. So I'll just show, like, here he is on his side. And like, they did really good, like not telling us, and they gave us like a little, it was like, usually they give you a blue bag or a pink bag, where they gave us like a white bag. And then, this was the proof picture. You see it right there. That's how you knew he was a boy. And then they gave us a little snippet of like a 3D or 4D, whatever they call it. But this kind of freaks my husband out a little bit. But look how cute he is. I love his nose. Even though I have a big nose, Jordan has a big nose. He won't have that cuteness forever. But this was fun, because this was then, they put the results in an envelope and I gave it to my friend and she filled up a balloon with like either pink or blue, and then we popped it on Facebook Live for our friends and family, which actually we posted the video of it to this channel. And we skipped to now. It's 20 weeks. And this, I don't know, I was really like antsy for this appointment, because if you figure, my last appointment I guess was almost over a month ago. And I don't know, I just feel like after losing a baby, you worry when it comes to like your baby being okay. You just want to make sure. So going to this appointment, and when they found the heartbeat right away, I will insert it because I have a recording of it. I asked. And she said it was a good strong heartbeat. It was in the 150s still, so he's been in the 150s about the whole time. And I don't know, they said my weight was good. Wherever they like poke on your belly to see where your uterus is, they said that was good. Oh, I actually, you write on the paper, it says if you had any fetal movement, yes or no. So I like crossed off yes and no and wrote maybe question mark. And I was like, I'm having twitching / popping feelings. And the lady said that that's probably definitely him, because just trying to get his heartbeat, he like was moving all over the place. And you might be able to hear it, like in the, if you know what you're listening for, I guess. But yeah, he moves all over the place. So she was like, you will definitely be able to feel him like externally soon, which would be great, because I know Jordan really wants to feel him. But ever since like yesterday, I guess now that I know what I'm feeling for, he's been like super active. Which is good for me, because it's like reassurance then. Even though it kind of feels like he's taking his little foot and kicking me in the bladder / my vagina. If I can even say vagina on YouTube. I'm sure I can. But that's pretty much what it feels like. It's like this little popping feeling, and then sometimes it almost feels like he's like knocking on it or kicking it like, hello, I'm gonna be out soon, I'm halfway done cooking. So at this appointment though, I found out my EpiPen is allowed. Because if I can't breathe and I'm dying, baby's not breathing and dying. So they said that the EpiPen's allowed, so they gave me a new prescription for that. And then speaking of prescriptions, being on TRICARE is great. Like, yes, I have to get seen on base, but we are in England, so it's the only place I'd want to get seen. But like, I get free prenatals. How great is that? You know what I mean? They're like the size of like a horse pill. I'll show you. Like the other ones I'm used to taking were like 2 tiny ones. This is like horse pill size. I don't even think this does it justice for how big this is. It's like, it was a joke the first time, like a couple times that I took it. You gotta take it quick because it's pretty gross. Although at least it doesn't give me like the fishy burp. I don't know, when you have like the 2 separate pills, I like burp after the 1 pill, and then I'm like fishy all day, and it's a little weird. But this is great. I do have, when I was unpacking boxes, the CVS brand, so I might just use that just to use it before it expires, and then get another refill on these. And another cool thing about TRICARE is your breast pump that you get. I'm planning on trying to breastfeed. I want to. So even if, I'm definitely going to try to do it, and I want to pump a little bit too, because I know Jordan's going to want to feed him. And when my mom's here, she's going to want to feed him. That's really it. There's nothing else going on. I will show you my belly pictures. But my next scan is next Monday. Sometime in the afternoon. That's like the anatomy scan, so I gotta make sure everything looks good. And when I went to this appointment for my 20-week appointment, they told me that if they tell you that your doctor is going to discuss the results with you, but they send you home, that means everything's fine. If they tell you to head up to the OBGYN right after the appointment, it means that there's something to be concerned. So, fingers crossed that they just send us home, because I don't know, I kind of wish the doctor didn't tell me that. Like, way to make me freak out. I mean, if you would have, I know that the radiologist can't tell me the results. Please, I've gone to the hospital enough now. They can't tell me anything for some reason. Even my doctor said she thinks it's ridiculous that they can't tell you what they see, since they're the ones who tell the doctor. But I guess that's why you go to school to be a doctor. I don't know. But, so either way, we have the anatomy scan, and I think I get more pictures of that, but you can't like record or anything. And I don't know, I gotta like fast or drink water and not pee. But who cares about that? I get to see Lincoln again, and that's the important part. So, thanks for watching my super long video. I hope you know how awkward it is to just sit and talk to the camera. But I don't know, I thought it'd be fun to do. I thought maybe your family and friends would like to know how I'm doing, since, I don't know, I'm across the ocean now. I don't get to, you know, sit at my desk at work and tell my coworkers how I'm doing. They can now watch a video if they want. Alright, I'm definitely gonna turn this off now. So, thanks for watching this. Please like and subscribe, because soon there's gonna be a lot of videos on the channel. I can't really tell you why, but there's gonna be a lot of, it's gonna be like a bombardment of videos, so please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'm terrible at this because I forgot to show you belly. Here's a belly. It is from like the front-ish. I don't know. This is weird to do. There it is. Link's in there. But he feels like he's more down here still. Like, I don't know. I feel like he kicks here all the time. So maybe his feet are just there. I don't know where he is. He's in there somewhere. And now that I feel him, I know.
Will you take part?